In Hollywood's polished world, Ron Howard has long been seen as the ultimate nice guy, the polite child actor who grew into a respected, steady director. Yet staying successful for over 60 years takes more than kindness. It requires resilience and a thick skin. Behind Howard's calm smile lies decades of challenging personalities, difficult sets, and clashing egos. He didn't just witness Hollywood greatness, he survived it. Throughout his career, several actors tested his patience and taught him powerful lessons about the industry's sharp edges. One of his earliest lessons came from Frances Bavier, beloved by audiences as Aunt Bee on The Andy Griffith Show. On screen, she embodied warmth and domestic comfort, but off-camera she was distant and often emotionally cold. A classically trained stage actress, Bavier sometimes seemed frustrated to be part of a light-hearted sitcom, believing her talents belonged in more serious drama. For young Ron Howard, this created a confusing contrast between public persona and private reality. While other cast members joked and bonded, Bavier remained reserved, teaching Howard early that on-screen chemistry doesn't always reflect real relationships. That experience helped him understand a key Hollywood truth: professionalism sometimes means performing warmth even when personal connection is absent. A very different challenge came when Howard, still a child, worked with Yul Brynner on The Journey. Brynner carried an intense, commanding presence that dominated the set. Famous for regal roles like The King and I, he projected authority both on and off camera. For a 5-year-old Howard, the atmosphere felt intimidating. Crew members treated Brynner with near reverence, illustrating how star power could shape an entire production. From this, Howard learned how a single powerful personality can influence creativity, sometimes inspiring excellence, but sometimes stifling collaboration. Later, as a director, he intentionally created relaxed, respectful sets partly in reaction to that early experience. Years later, when Howard transitioned into directing, he faced a new kind of friction with Shelley Long during Night Shift. Long was talented and thoughtful but highly analytical, often questioning motivations, dialogue, and character choices in great detail. While her perfectionism improved performances, it sometimes slowed production. Howard had to learn how to balance respecting an actor's process with keeping momentum on set. This taught him that directing isn't just about cameras and scripts, it's about managing personalities, expectations, and creative tempo. Working with Russell Crowe on A Beautiful Mind introduced yet another challenge. Crowe brought intense dedication and emotional investment to his roles, frequently engaging Howard in deep discussions about character authenticity. Their collaboration occasionally involved heated debates, but Howard recognized that Crowe's passion came from a genuine commitment to truth in performance. Instead of resisting, Howard learned to channel that intensity productively. The result was a critically acclaimed film and a strong professional partnership, showing that conflict can sometimes fuel creativity rather than hinder it. Tom Sizemore represented a more tragic form of friction. A gifted actor struggling with addiction, he embodied the unpredictability that personal issues can bring to a production. For Howard, this highlighted the responsibility directors have not only to creativity but to the well-being and reliability of the entire crew. It was a sobering reminder that talent alone isn't enough. Professionalism and stability matter just as much in sustaining a career. Finally, perhaps the most emotionally complex challenge involved Henry Winkler, Howard's co-star on Happy Days. As Winkler's Fonzie character became wildly popular, industry attention shifted away from Howard, even though he remained the show's lead. Their friendship stayed strong, but professionally it was a difficult adjustment. Rather than letting resentment grow, Howard used the experience as motivation to expand into directing, ultimately shaping the next phase of his career. Through these experiences, Ron Howard learned that Hollywood's greatest challenges rarely come from outright villains. More often, they stem from ego, insecurity, ambition, or personal struggles. Instead of letting those encounters harden him, Howard used them as lessons in leadership, empathy, and creative resilience. Today, he stands as one of Hollywood's most respected directors, proof that navigating conflict with grace can be just as important as talent itself.